I'll now proceed to show you how to make a border like we did with the gun engraving. It was done around lock plates and various other parts of the gun. So this is a wavy border. You can see how we did it. We did regular waves coming here. Each one of these individuals are the same size. So what we did again was, because it was fast, and we would have cut halfway round like this first, here, okay, and the other way. We may have done all of one first, but this is just a demonstration. So now that's what we did, you see. So we didn't go all the way round because you had to turn. We had hand vices which were awkward compared to the ball vices we have today. So now the second way would have been taking it around here, you see. So you're getting the hook effect. So we would have done this, but all regular, going down one side first, like so. You see, and so you get in this rhythm. Click, 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 click. So the next method again, next way here, this is following, this is the original way it should have been. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut from here. Yeah, I mean, it's upside down, but now we're keeping a gap between here, you see. Yeah, and we're going to bring this around into this area, like that. So this is the cut we would have made, a fine cut first, and bringing it like so. So I will go all along this bottom area first to show you. And we will take it up and coming around again. And so you can make it one line, but of course if you just put these little nuances in this here, it makes so much difference. You can see how much difference it is just from a mono line. You can, but I see some of the borders that are very weak because they haven't got any differences in the cut. You see this here, when it goes dark like that, it gives it life. It's almost like looking into your eyes and seeing the iris of your eyes, and then you've got the reflection. What draws you to animals, kittens and puppies and children, is the big eyes with that reflection into it that gives you this, well, you fall in love with it somehow. You know, you can't help but feel it has a quality, you see. So the darkness of this coming here, these were done fairly small borders really, but you can make them large like I'm demonstrating now. Now we're going to do another cut here. After we've done all the regular type of thing like that, we'll take another one across here, like so. You could have a gap there, but you can either put another little movement here. See, there's just a little, it's according to the size, and then you can cut another area in here, you see, so you get this effect. And in between each one of these here, because you've got the V left over, and if it's small, you haven't got much area to work with, so you put a little leaf in here. You see, that would be shaded like that. And the same with this. It's difficult really because I'm drawing without turning the page upside down, which I would have taken the other area and it would have made it a little bit more easier for me to demonstrate. But we just leave it like this. I'm drawing upside down, and here we go again. You see that cut there? Then you can either make another cut here, but if you make that with a slightly wider, there you see it makes a lot of difference. Now you can leave it like this, or you can put this dark area in here, so that makes another type of leaf. Sometimes if it's very small, it's unnecessary because it can get a bit complex. So that's how you do your shading. So you would have shaded in here like so. This one would have been cut around here like that again. That would have been darker there. You can cut this away here if you wish. It's unnecessary really. So now you have that. And if I'm doing this one again, I would just do a little guy here. And I don't necessarily need to do a lot of shading. If it's very small, all I need to do is a cut or two here. See, just to relieve this one here, you see. So what it does is it emphasizes the back of this when you do shade. And you do these with little fine graver cuts. And you will do this, and it goes on and on all around the plate. So because of this video limiting the time, I could make a longer one if people request it. So you could do this here. If it's a large area, you can make this into another. Oh, I've gone over there a bit. You can make this into another little thing here. So you've got that. Now there's another little border we call like the spring border. You see, it's very similar to this, but this is going up and reversing all the time. This one is just a little spring. So each one of these, you can get a pair of dividers and divide along to get your equal spacing if you wish. Of course, after you get a lot of experience, you don't necessarily need that. But this is what you do, you see. So you're going across here and coming back in here, so you're making your little fish hooks and coming here, right? So you're getting that nice curve, and they do come back a bit. If you bring them in that bit there, it will form this effect we want. So now you're going to cut back into here, right? And you do the same here, but we cut that way normally, but it doesn't matter because you can work this way in, and this is the effect you want, you see. So you're cutting this and you're coming again, very similar to this here, and you're doing this movement here. You can leave it with a larger head, but if it's according to your temperament and the way you like it to come, you can bring it the same width all the way around, so it makes a nice little spiral. But because it was commercial and people did these in a hurry, sometimes these were left a little bit fat on the head here, you know, so they may have left it a bit puddingy here, which I don't really like. So it's a good thing if you can, if you wish, to get the quality in it. It would get this effect, you see. And so now, and it's between two lines, but you don't necessarily need to cut this line on the top here. I'll do this movement first here, you see. So you've got that, and if it's small, that's all you need to do there. You can put this little cut in here, you know, to give that effect, and you bring it around here again, because it starts and it fattens up on the cut there, so it will leave another little area here, and you do all this all the way along. So now between this here, you will put the little leaf here. See, a little leaf. Some people might just put a dark cut in there and just leave it like that. So it's your choice. But then we would put a little bit of shading along here, you see. So you would get the little shade there, and you would put a little cut in there to give it the shade. So that's that border. If somebody really wants me to do a whole one and show you the whole thing, I'll just wait for you guys to ask about this. We tend to think everybody knows these type of things, but of course there aren't. There's an element of young people that never had the opportunity to see some of these things. So this is why I'm doing it. Excuse me. Now there's another border which we call the bead border, and you'll see that it's a simple one really. This is what we're going for, you see. But what we're doing is each equal space here is a little square, you see. So you cut your line on your little squares here, and you do this and all the way along, like so. Okay, so now you're going to cut here. We used to have our gravers used to go in there and go on the side and come back again, so it would have formed a little chevron. But if you can't do that, you can cut both sides, once in there and one in there, just to make this look as though it's round. So you're making these little darts in here, you see. So you're putting a little arrowhead, whatever you like to what you like to call these, but they're going to form, give you excuse me, give you the impression of this, you see. So because you've got the line cut along here, and we normally have another line underneath both sides, you know, there, and that looks good because it looks like a railway track coming down here. You see two rails, and these are more or less just sleepers in between, and then you can form these into this area. I give you these little notes in a way to make you think about how, when you're doing it, when I say it's like a railway track or railway sleepers or a ladder, and that's what you form in your mind when you're doing this. And you think of the regular, it's the spacing within those to keep the bracing in these things. This is what you need, you see. So that is just a little term I could use. So now you made these into that. You get your round nose graver and cut this little dot in here. Now there's another border, so I'll do that. It's looking like frog spawn, really. So there's another border that they do in a way, and I mentioned something like the iris of the eye. And you can cut, if it's large, they used to cut 2 cuts around here, you see. But you can do the crescent moon type of cut here, and that will form a pearl, you see. So if it's cut like that, you can cut in one way and then the other, so it forms this area here, like this, you see. So you have the cat's eye, or whatever you like to call this one here, you see. So there, it's a pearl, it's a cat's eye, it's anything. The other method, I'll just do you one here to show you, maybe give you an idea of the old-fashioned. See, they all come from way back in the past that these old engravers would have used, and maybe they dropped out of fashion. They may have been Victorian, and the guns got smaller, or they changed, and people started to neglect these type of borders. And I see other, you know, from foreign countries and other, maybe copying the English, but they don't always go in. They may have seen an inferior engravers and just copy that. So here we go. It's another one. You see, you can do that, and that again in this way. You see, so you can add these cuts in here, so you get another type of border like that. Okay, so I'll leave you for now and just give you this idea, and I'll show you some more borders. I'm trying to keep this video short so that you have opportunity to practice first and do all these type of things, you see. Draw it first. Get your drawing and understand the border first, and then try this with your engraving. Okay, I'll leave it for now.